This is the video of how to make the first round of your granny square once you've mastered the treble stitch. So what we're going to do first is start with the slip stitch. So round your finger, put the working yarn to the back, and then pull through. Okay, so that's the start of it. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice the way I'm holding that down straight. That helps to make sure that your chain does not get twisted. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the slip stitch to join the two ends together. Now a tip that I use here when starting off in the centre of anything like this is I will put a stitch marker in here, and that helps me to find the centre for each of the treble stitches for this first round. Believe it or not, I don't have any stitch marker, so what I'm actually going to do is just put a bit of thread, bit of wool in, a bit of yarn into the centre. So for this, we simply put the tip of the hook into the first leg there, and then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull it through the first, and we're going to pull it through the second. So that is your slip stitch to join your chain, and that gives you your loop for the centre. And then you see the way that helps to find the centre. So now for the first cluster only, in each round of your granny square, we are going to chain 2. Okay. And now we're going to do 2 trebles. Yarn over, hook into the centre, yarn over, so now we've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through here. Okay, now yarn over, put through the centre, yarn over, through, that's 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, we have 2 loops, yarn over, and we're back to 1. Okay, so that's your first cluster. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, and that is going to give us a space for the next round. It'll help us to form our corners. And now for the next 3 clusters, we're simply going to do 3 trebles. Yarn over, into the centre, yarn over, pull through, so now we've got 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, 1. And there is your next cluster of 3. So remember, after each of the clusters, we do a chain 2. And we make our next cluster. Yarn over. Now, see what's happened there? What I've done is I've picked up the tail as well, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I'll keep the tail out of the way. Yarn over, through, and yarn over, 3, 2 loops, 1 loop. Be careful not to pull this too tight, because you do want to make sure that it doesn't curl too much. 1, 2, 3. So we now have 1, 2, 3 clusters. Chain 2, yarn over. Remember, this is our final cluster. Yarn over. That's 2. Yarn over. And there we go, we've got 3. So now remember, we need to do our 2 chains in between. And this time what we're going to do is we can take this out now. So it's either take out your wool or take out your stitch marker. And we're going to count up the 2 chains. And we are going to slip stitch in at the top. Oh. At the top of that. Okay. So yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Keep the yarn on your hook, but you can pull it out a wee bit. Now it may look a wee bit like a circle for now, but that will all change. But 1 cluster, 2 clusters, 3 and 4, each of them separated with a chain 2. Okay, so that's how you do the first part of your granny square.